Money was my offering. Love was your silence. I spent fortune hoping you'd see my love, not just the cash. Every payment was a plea to keep us alive. I bought dreams for us. You sold mine in silence. My wealth fed you. My heart starved in secret. I paid the cost of loving you too much. My riches could never pay for the void you left. I gave money, but you never gave back your heart. My fortune was your luxury. My love was your debt. I financed your world while mine quietly crumbled. My money spoke love. Your silence replied with emptiness. I traded wealth for love and lost everything. I was rich in love, but poor in return. I funded your happiness. My own was bankrupt. My money was your safety net. My heart was the fall. I gave all, yet love demanded more than I could pay. I bought us moments, but time spent us instead. My money was a sacrifice you never understood. I paid for your comfort. My soul remained homeless. My wealth was a gift. Your love was a debt unpaid. I spent my wealth hoping your heart would finally pay attention. Money was my offering. Love was the silence that followed. I bought your world, but lost my own in the process. Every rupee I gave was a silent prayer for your love. My fortune became your freedom. My heart, your invisible cage. I funded your happiness, while my own crumbled in quiet. I gave all I had, yet your love came with interest. My money paved the path, but you walked away alone. I spent riches on you, but you valued only numbers. My love was priceless. You priced it with my money. I paid for your comfort. My heart paid with silence. I bought your smiles, while I sold pieces of my soul. The wealth I gave was a whisper drowned in your silence. I was rich with love, poor in return. My money was your armor. My heart was the battle. I financed your dreams. Mine quietly faded to dust. I gave you everything, yet felt nothing but loss. My fortune was your playground. My loneliness, the cost. I paid the price for loving too much and giving too freely. My wealth bought your freedom. My heart was left chained. I was a silent donor to a love that never thanked me. Every payment was a hope you'd stay, but hope never pays rent. I gave my fortune hoping it could buy forever. My money fed your desires. My heart starved in silence. I built your dreams with money. You destroyed mine with indifference. The price of my love was silence you never noticed. I spent money. You spent love without a second thought. My heart was the real currency. You only cared for numbers. I gave riches to someone who valued only the price tag. I paid for your happiness. My soul remained unpaid. Money was my language. Your silence was your reply. I financed our love story. You rewrote the ending alone. My wealth was your gift. My heartbreak, your debt. I gave my all. You gave back only absence. I bought love with money, but love never accepted my payment. My fortune was your luxury, my pain the unpaid debt. I was rich in gifts, but poor in your affection. My money was your safety net, my heart was the fall. I spent fortunes hoping you'd see my love, not the cash. My wealth was your feast, my loneliness was the bill. I paid for us, but you cashed out alone. My love came with a price tag you never read. I gave my fortune, hoping it could buy your heart. My money was a silent plea for your attention. I bought your smiles while selling my own peace. I financed your comfort. My soul suffered in silence. I was a wealthy lover, bankrupt in your affection. I spent all, but love demanded more than I could pay. My wealth fed you, my heart starved quietly. I paid the cost of loving you too deeply. I was rich with love, but poor in return. My money was your luxury, my love your debt. I gave my fortune, you gave silence. I financed your world while mine quietly crumbled. My money spoke love, your silence replied with emptiness. I traded wealth for love and lost everything. I bought moments for us, time spent us instead. My money was a gift, your love was a debt unpaid. I paid for your comfort, my soul remained homeless. My fortune was your playground, my loneliness the cost. My dear, I gave you my wealth, not just money, my hope, my trust, my quiet desperation. I spent my fortune hoping you'd see my love beyond the bills and banknotes. Every rupee I gave carried a prayer you'd stay, even when my heart whispered goodbye. My money built your dreams, while mine quietly crumbled in shadows you never noticed. Buying your smiles, but selling pieces of my soul in every transaction. I invested in you, but the returns were loneliness and whispered regrets. My wealth is your playground, my heart, the invisible debt no one repays. I spent more than cash. I spent my patience, my peace, my last shreds of hope. Money flows, but love should never be a currency to measure our worth. You counted coins, I counted every broken promise beneath the surface. The price I paid was silence, buying your happiness with the cost of my own. I gave you gold, but received coldness that no riches could melt. My wallet was open, my heart was closed in return. You spent freely on desires, while I silently bled through empty pockets. This money was supposed to build us, but it built walls instead. I traded my peace for your comfort and lost everything in between. My bank balance fell, my love didn't rise as I'd hoped. The luxury was yours, the heartbreak was mine, unpaid and unspoken. I'm bankrupt in love, despite all the wealth I gave you. I funded illusions, but reality cost more than I ever imagined. You never saw the price tag on my heartache disguised as generosity. Money bought you freedom. I paid with my invisible chains. I gave you riches, but lost my own soul in the exchange. My money was your armor, my heart, your battlefield. I'm a silent donor to a love that never thanked me once. Every payment was a hope you'd stay, but hope doesn't fill emptiness. I gave you all I had, but that wasn't the currency of your love. My money carried weight. Your absence carried more. I funded your world, but got lost in mine. The currency of love isn't cash, but you taught me otherwise. I spent my fortune to buy us time, but time was never on our side. I was a sponsor of your dreams, but my own dreams went bankrupt. My love was priceless, yet you priced it with my money. I gave, hoping to build us, only to see my investments vanish. Your luxury was my sacrifice, hidden beneath every transaction. Money made you smile. My heart broke quietly beneath that smile. I paid for everything but peace, the one thing money can't buy. I traded currency for love, but love never accepted my payment. My wealth was your playground. My loneliness, the cost no one saw. I financed your happiness, but my soul went into overdraft. I gave more than money. I gave a piece of my life. Every bill paid was a silent prayer for your love to remain. My bank account emptied as my heart filled with emptiness. I thought love was free. Then I spent my money on you. You took my wealth, but left my heart bankrupt and broken. Money flowed from me, but love never came back in return. I was a silent giver, while you were a careless spender. I paid the price, but you never paid attention. The riches I gave you never filled the void you left behind. My love was currency, but you spent it like spare change. I gave all I had, hoping it would buy your affection. I paid the bills, but my heart was overdue for love. Your needs were funded, my desires were ignored. I was a wealthy lover, but poverty-stricken in your affection. I bankrolled our love story, but you wrote the end alone. My money bought you gifts. My silence hid the cracks. I spent my fortune for your happiness, but you never noticed. My wealth was your luxury, my pain, the unpaid debt. I gave riches to someone who only valued the numbers. My love came with a price, but you never read the bill. I paid for your comfort, but my heart suffered in silence. The currency of my love was never enough for your greed. I gave all I had: money, love, time, and still lost you. I bought your smiles, but sold my own peace in exchange. My money was your security. My heart was your sacrifice. I invested in us, but you cashed out without warning. My fortune was your gift. My heartbreak was your debt. I gave you wealth, but you never valued my worth. I bought your happiness with money. You stole my soul with silence. My money was a language I spoke fluently. You only heard silence. I paid for the love you never fully returned. I was a silent investor, hoping love would grow dividends. My money built our home, but love built walls inside. I spent wealth, but you spent love without a second thought. My heart was the real currency. You just cared about numbers. I gave you all, yet love left me empty and broke. My money was your feast. My loneliness was the bill. I funded your life. You neglected mine. I gave freely, but your love came with a price tag. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more.